that great sacrifice. The death of Jesus is more than a mere fact of history. It is an eternal sacrifice. Today and every day, mankind can offer God a gift that is worthy of God, the gift of God's own Son. The purpose of the Last Supper was not just to create the Holy Eucharist and give it to his apostles. More importantly, it was to give his apostles the authority and responsibility to pass down through the bishops and priests of his church the power to bring about this miracle. When you stop to think about it, this is an awesome power. As the priest raises this small piece of bread in consecration, he makes it become our Saviour, the Creator of the universe, the one in whom lies all human hope and merits of salvation, the one who sustains all with his infinite power.
I did not leave you as orphans. I provided the means to be with me until the end of time.
To accomplish this great gift, Jesus left the table of the Last Supper and went to offer himself as the sacrificial lamb. He went to Gethsemane to pray. When we think about the passion and death of Jesus, many of us concentrate on the scourging, the crown of thorns, the carrying of the cross on Calvary, and the crucifixion. But it was at Gethsemane that Jesus experienced abandonment and saw far more than the suffering he would experience the next day. He saw the sins of the world to come.
Nobody really believes that I perspired blood that night at Gethsemane, and few believe that I suffered much more in those hours than in the crucifixion. It was more painful because it was clearly revealed to me that the sins of everyone were to be made mine, and that I should answer for each one. My passion, how mistakenly remote is he who believes he comprehends it, yet only thinks of the terrible sufferings of my body.
When they came for him that night, Jesus allowed himself to be taken. He allowed the mock trials. He allowed the scourging. He submitted himself to the pain and humiliation of the crown of thorns. When he was made to carry his cross on Calvary, he again submitted. He was struck often, and sometimes he was unable to stand. It was a brutal experience which, as God, he could have stopped at any moment. But as a man, he felt that pain, and again, he felt abandoned.
I stumble and fall time and time again. I look at both sides of the road, searching for a small look of love, of surrender, of union with my pain, but I do not see anyone.
Why did he have to suffer so much? St. Augustine says, everything he suffered was the price of our ransom. He wished to drink the chalice of his suffering to the dregs, so that we might learn the greatness of his love and the baseness of sin. Holy Mary, Mother of God, full of grace. Here was a woman whose greatness had been foretold at the very dawn of the creation of mankind. And here now was this same woman, Mary, standing at the foot of the cross as her son was dying in extreme agony. It was only the night before that Jesus had given us the great gift of his flesh and blood. But his flesh and blood was given to him by Mary, something that cannot be underestimated. And with his life on earth as man slipping away, Jesus gave us his final gift. By this time, the Apostle John also was beside the cross.
Woman, there is your son. Mother of mine, these are my brothers. Guard them, love them. They are not alone.
Jesus, in the clearest of terms, was giving his mother to us as our own, a mother to whom we could appeal for all our needs.
I united all of you with the tightest bonds when I gave you my own mother. Under God, she is the most feared enemy of hell. She is a bridge between heaven and earth.
So these were the three inseparable gifts of Jesus to each one of us. His mother is now our mother. His flesh and blood is the food for our soul on this fleeting pilgrimage on earth in the Eucharist. And here is our God who became man to sacrifice himself to save us.
Everything, the heavens and the earth, and all that inhabit it, are mine. Only the love of my children is not mine, and that's what I search for.
He has given his gifts. It is now for man to open his heart to receive them.